Cool.
Did you hit record finally?
Yeah, I did.
Take 2. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome to episode 4 of Not on the Big Screen.
Cool.
We'll put the intro in after that. We're going to talk about some films today.
That's a bit boring,
Can you
isn't
not
it?
kick the...
It is a film podcast after all.
You
Sorry.
you should be, because that's going to...
Sorry.
Exactly.
Sorry. So, as of like Marvel, we've run out of ideas of what to do.
Don't say that.
We are now going to do a disappointed and surprised. It's not a list. We're just going to throw films at the phone and be like, yeah, these are what we thought were going to be shit, but actually surprised us, and we thought were going to be good, but were actually shit.
To be fair, we could just do lists of Marvel films, really, couldn't we?
Especially the recent ones, yeah.
The ones that were good and the ones that were bad.
I thought the Marvels was amazing.
Shut up. You did, didn't you? You came out of that and you were like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
I just thought it was alright.
What films did you go into and you thought, oh, this is going to be really good, and you came out thinking that was the worst thing since the Marvels?
Oh. I don't know. Glass hit me pretty badly.
Did it?
It did.
You got hit with glass?
I
Did
did,
you go
actually.
to hospital afterwards?
No, I toughed it out.
Oh, strong man. You had
Yeah.
plaster with you.
Yeah.
Glass, yeah. To be fair,
Glass hurt.
I could agree with glass. Glass isn't on my list, but I could definitely agree that I went into glass like this is going to be really good, because it should have been really good.
I mean, I really like the first half of the film. I like the ideas of the film. It's not that, it's just how... The ending's really crap.
Yeah.
They really botched the ending. Like, really badly.
And it wasn't like the film was spoiled with a little twist. It was like, we're going to ruin this as badly as we possibly
Yeah.
can. I'm pretty sure they drowned Bruce Willis in a puddle.
Yeah. Drowning in a puddle, McAvoy gets shot, and Samuel Jackson gets a hug, and that's it.
Hugged to death.
Yeah.
Did Samuel Jackson even die?
Yeah.
They kill all 3 main characters.
Yeah.
Why didn't I buy this in 4K?
I don't know. Even I ain't done that yet.
By the sounds of it, you never will.
Well,
I'll probably write Somewhere Cyber trilogy, but I'm not in a rush.
Yeah, the other 2 were fine.
I love Unbreakable. Split really surprised me, and Glass is really disappointed.
Just upset
Yeah.
all the way around.
Yeah, it just hurt to watch the ending.
Painful.
Yeah.
There's a dog up there.
Cool.
Have you seen Glass, Ethan? You probably haven't.
I've
have you?
not seen Glass.
Have you seen the other 2?
No.
Oh, it's helpful, isn't
You should watch Unbreakable and Split are really good films.
Yeah.
It's just Glass.
he? What have you found disappointing, Ethan, that's not Star Wars?
Cocaine Bear.
Oh.
That disappointed me.
Back to that again.
Go on, find this guy, will you?
Why? I don't understand
no,
why
right,
you
right,
didn't
right.
like it.
Let me get this straight, right? I didn't hate it, right? But like, I walked out of it thinking I'm never gonna get that hour and a half back. But like, I didn't think it was shit. It wasn't my cup of tea. So don't get me wrong, I thought it was gonna be fairly decent, but I walked out of it and I was like, it was okay at best. But I was like slightly disappointed with it. But I have been wanting to watch it again just to make sure that my feelings were justified, but I haven't. So
I loved Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm probably gonna.
I just did.
You just did.
I just did. I don't know why. It was just so funny.
It was pretty funny.
Like, never before did I think I'd see a film with a bear doing lines.
Yeah, see, parts of it were quite entertaining, but just I don't know.
It does well to get away with being 15 rated because of the level of violence in it, but I think because all the violence is comical.
I think it's just how absurd the situations are.
Have you seen
Yeah.
what the alternate ending is yet?
Hmm?
Have you seen what the alternate ending is?
No.
Because
No.
isn't on the disc there's like an alternate ending.
I mean,
there?
I haven't got it in 4K yet, so
Yeah.
I have.
Well, I know you have.
It's up there.
Well, I
And
know.
pretty much it says includes alternate ending.
Why do you know this?
Because it says it on the case.
Well, I didn't think you'd be getting this emotional like a cocaine berry.
Yeah, Harry. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're always all these films, right? And you can't just like take notice of the cases. Like,
Well, it's funny you say that because I never really care about special features, but I care that they're on there.
Yeah.
So like, if it's not crammed with special features, I'm just like, this isn't a very worthy buy. Like when there's so many special features that they have to put them onto another disc, that's when you're just like, this is a big investment. This is worth it. Like when I got Midsummer in 4K, and there's literally nothing on it. Not even a display menu. You put the disc in and it says like the title, and then it says like play movie, and play movie with English subtitles. So the fact that it's got English subtitles is the only special feature on the entire disc. Not even subtitles in another language either.
I'm
Making
a
myself on special features.
DVD merchant.
So yeah, I mean that's probably the only thing that disappointed me about Midsummer in 4K, but not that we're talking about that, but still.
But if I'm going like into Star Wars, I'd be saying The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. They disappointed me massively.
Yeah.
I think Last Jedi even disappointed Mark Hamill when he was in the fucking film.
He wasn't happy with the direction of his character, which is quite fair
It's
enough.
like, you got the most like enthusiastic Jedi, and like, you know, one that you never thought could fall into depression, and it like, come on, like, really?
Yeah.
I saw the Last Jedi for the second time in my life last week.
Now, what you put on the group chat, did you actually like it, or were you taking
It wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. Because I remember it being like awful. When it got to the part where Rey and Kylo Ren are fighting those soldiers,
Yeah, that was cool.
I was like, this is literally one of the best fights that I've seen in all of the Star Wars films. I've watched all of them this year so far. One of the first franchises I started on was Star Wars. So I've literally gone from episode 1. I've just got Rise of Skywalker to watch now, which I'm a little scared of. Although I'm a little more scared that I'm going to like it, considering I didn't like The Last Jedi and I liked it a bit more this time. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of points in The Last Jedi where you're just like, this is just a bit stupid.
Yeah.
Like when they make Leia fly, and like when BB-8 loses his head and then it just magically magnets back to his body. And you're just like, oh, I thought that would be the end of him, but no, he's alright. But yeah, I can understand that.
And then there's like, I could talk for an hour on how bad the Rise of Skywalker was, so I'm going to save it from that and just say Rise of Skywalker disappointed me.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I think their problem was they tried to retcon The Last Jedi and then realise
They can't.
and they can't. Well, they've done most of the stuff and they realise, oh, we've got to finish this. I think they've spent too much film trying to fix The Last Jedi that they forgot they had to finish off a franchise that's been for about 40 years.
Weren't there like 3 different directors as well?
There was 2...
It was just JJ.
No,
JJ
there was
in
another
7.
director.
Ryan Johnson.
No, it wasn't Ryan
No,
Johnson.
he did Last Jedi.
Problem with that trilogy, they didn't have a roadmap, so they're sort of winging it.
Yeah.
So I think Kathleen Kennedy didn't like the direction the original episode 9 was taking, so they sacked that director and J.J. Abrams came back.
They should have like sat down and written out all 3 of them
There should have been a roadmap.
before they started.
It's not, yeah, there should have been a roadmap to sort of put a direction to where the story was going. That's where The Last Jedi went off, because ideas that were mentioned a lot, Force Awakens wasn't mentioned again, like Finn being force sensitive, didn't come back until Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, it just seemed a bit ridiculous, but
Yeah.
we'll move on from that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you boys have seen it.
I've
It's
seen
not
it.
been out for very long.
Yeah, I've seen Rise of Skywalker.
I've seen it.
I wasn't talking about Rise of Skywalker or it,
Oh.
but I experienced Maestro on Netflix recently.
No, I haven't seen it.
I do want to watch it.
That was probably that definitely goes on my disappointed list.
Was it?
I mean, I feel
not
sorry
worthy?
for Bradley Cooper because he put so much work into that film for years, and I kind of understand why it's been nominated for Oscars and stuff like that, but I don't really see it winning anything because I think there are so many other films that went to the Oscars that are gonna
It's heavy
do
competition.
so much better than that. But no, Maestro was just really boring. It's the best way to put it. I just thought it was really boring. What else? What else you guys got, Harry?
Oh, a bang! Oh, I'd say these two are equal because they're both sequels to two franchises I love.
Oh yeah.
So we got The Predator
The Predator.
The Shane Black film.
And then Catching a Predator.
Can't go wrong with some Chris Hansen. and Matrix
The
Resurrections.
Predator. That surprises me. You see, I didn't think The Predator was that bad.
I don't know. There's something just didn't click with me in that film.
I'm not sure which one was better out of The Predator and Predators.
I enjoy Predators more.
But I quite enjoy all of them. I think I enjoy Predators more maybe because it literally drops you into the film.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate The Predator, but there's something about that film that just doesn't click with me. It just doesn't, and
I think there's a lot of people that would say that.
yeah, and I think it's not Shane Black's strongest work, which is a shame because you think it would be because he was in the first Predator, so you think he'll put a bit more love into the film. But
Matrix Resurrections though.
Oh yeah, that really hurt.
That film was painful from the beginning.
That really hurt.
It was like, have you seen the Matrix Resurrections?
Have you seen any of
Oh,
Matrix?
Ethan.
Fucking hell! The first Matrix is like.
You've not seen any of them?
Oh,
Who is this guy?
that hurts.
That's more painful. than
You
watching
asked
the
me
Matrix
to do the
Resurrections
podcast.
myself.
You didn't say there were qualifications. You asked me to do the podcast.
You should at least watch the first one. The first one's awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of us.
First two, I like the first two.
I like the second one as well.
I mean, the second one drowns in CGI a little bit, but to be fair, they all do.
Yeah. Well, the first one is just because of it's just aged not the best.
Yeah.
Some of the effects, which is fair. I think it's the first time I used effects like that to that intensity.
The Matrix Resurrections.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen a film that you can't tell if it's supposed to be a sequel or a remake or a reboot.
Yeah.
It's almost like they tried to do all three at the same time.
Yeah.
Because there are literal scenes in that film that just copy the first one.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what's going on right now? For the first like 20 minutes, I was just like, I literally feel like they're trying really hard to remake the first one.
Yeah.
And then it moves on, and you're just like, oh wait, this isn't a remake. This is a sequel. And then it moves on a bit more, and you're just like, wait a minute, no, this can't be a sequel. Is this a reboot? And it was, oh my god, like all the way through the film, I think I was face palming. And I'm pretty sure I've only seen it once.
I've only seen it once.
I don't think I've even watched it since I bought it in 4K. And I only bought it on 4K because it was like $8.99.
It's just
Completes the set as well, doesn't it?
yeah.
Although it's really annoying that I've got the first three in a box and I have to have that one separately. To be fair, that should probably be the case anyway.
Well, yeah.
Just leave that one to the side a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a yeah, that really hurt, that film. It really did. I was well excited for that. Because all the trailers were really good.
To be fair, The Matrix Resurrections is on my disappointed list as well.
Yeah.
I suppose Batman vs Superman. That disappointed me a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though I'm an avid fan of the film,
It depends
also
on, are you talking
disappointed
about
me.
the theatrical or the the director's cut of the film?
The theatrical one?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I get that.
You probably haven't even seen the director's cut though, have you?
I haven't got it now.
Oh, the director's cut's much better.
Well, I have to see that, but
It does yeah. It depends
as much as I like, no, I quite like the film, but at the same time, it like disappointed me every time I watch it because it's like you can go such a good way.
you need to watch the director's
I
cut.
do need to watch that.
Yeah, I liked it.
I was disappointed. I didn't hate. I enjoyed it when I first watched it, but then when I watched the director's cut, I watched the theatrical again, and then I realised, like, oh yeah, this ain't great.
What I tend to do when I'm watching stuff like director's cuts or uncut versions of films, I look them up on movie censorship, the website movie censorship, and then it shows you like the comparison between the films, and I look out for the uncut bits. Sometimes it's just to see which version I'm watching because sometimes I don't know.
Yeah, the ultimate cut has a lot. It puts a lot of the Clark Kent detective side into it, so you understand his motivation for not liking Batman because he goes to Gotham and hears horror stories about Batman, which makes him not like Batman. But it's in the film he just sort of says, I don't like Batman. I don't like him. I don't like him. But you find that there is context to it. It's just it got cut out by Warner Brothers. There's a lot more context in that film, which makes it better.
I feel like it's a Zack Snyder trend to have two cuts of every film.
But I feel like these DC films, it's generally not his fault.
No.
It is Warner Brothers' fault.
I think, so I'm just looking at them, out of that lot, there's only two of them that have one version, which is Man of Steel and 300. Every single one of his other films has got at least two versions. Watchmen's got three versions.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Batman vs Superman has three versions, if you include the IMAX edition as well. Not that that's really another version, but still.
No, it's not. It's just
Someone needs to teach Zack Snyder what an IMAX
See,
shot is as well.
I liked Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I didn't like the way it was like shot.
No,
Yeah,
I don't agree with 4.3 being
IMAX.
an IMAX because it's not.
No, I didn't.
If I went into the IMAX screen and there were black lines down the sides of the bars, I'd start crying. I've got one. I've got one for you. Well, actually, technically, I've got three left, but
Just name all
two
three.
of them are on the same wavelength. But the Velocipaster. Now I know the Velocipaster isn't the sort of film that you're supposed to enjoy, but I went into it expecting one of these good bad B movies. You know, a bit like the Toxic Avenger was a good bad B movie, but this was like, it was trying really hard to be awful, and it just came out as really awful. It was a really good idea for a B movie done really badly. I mean, parts of it were funny where like they couldn't afford stuff. They'd just be like writing on the screen that says like insert visual effects here or something like that. Stuff like that was funny, and I'm pretty sure there's a bit where some guy crashes into a tree on a bicycle and the bike blows up. That was funny, but like the second time I saw it once and it wasn't too bad, and then when I watched it again with my friends, I was just like, this is embarrassing. It was trying too hard to be awful, which, to be fair, it didn't have to try at. It could have tried a little less hard, and it would have been a lot better. I don't know if you saw it with us when we watched it.
I ain't seen it.
When you see the dinosaur at the end, he literally looks like some guy in pyjamas that's just got like one of those funny hoods. And my last two come under the same category because they're both horror films. But my last two would have been Hereditary and The Witch. The Witch, I know that upsets people when I say I didn't like The Witch, but The Witch is probably one of the first times that I've gone into a horror film in the cinema and been a little bit nervous because everyone was like, this is literally the scariest film ever made. This is literally, you're going to have nightmares for the rest of your life when you watch this film. And I watched it and I literally spent 2 hours just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, I love The Witch, but it is marketed not great because it's not the type of film they're describing it being.
A baby disappears. That's like the scariest moment in the whole film. I was just like, why? It was really boring.
Yeah, it is slow, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's a horror film.
Don't stick up for it.
I like it, but
You're allowed to stick up for it then, that's fine.
But I get it.
I'm glad you understood.
But I didn't watch it straight away. I watched it a lot later when I understood what type of film it was, so I enjoyed it a lot more.
Well, maybe that's better if you go into it not thinking you're going to have nightmares.
Yeah,
for the rest of your
I
life.
knew it wasn't a horror film. I just knew it was just like a film with elements of horror.
One of the managers at the cinema was like making me really nervous when I went in as well, and I was just like, oh, this is going to be awful, isn't it? And I was just like, I had my nappy ready and everything, and didn't shit myself once. And it wasn't even because there are some horror films that I watch where I'm like, this film isn't scary, but I completely understand why this film would scare someone else. You know, like there are some films that I've watched and I'm like, I don't like this film, but I understand why other people do like it. Or like the other way around, I'll love something and I'll be like, I completely get why people hate this film. You know, a bit like Ghostbusters 2016. I completely understand why people hate that movie, but I loved it. And I feel really bad for saying that I loved it as well, which just shows that I can understand why people don't like it. But yeah, I can't believe how much I loved Ghostbusters 2016. I feel like we've swiftly moved on to Pleasantly Surprised there. But
Yeah, it's a good
transition there. I did that on purpose.
Yeah, it's a good segue.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Ghostbusters Afterlife is definitely on my Pleasantly Surprised list as well. considering everyone was saying like, oh, you've got to be like big fans of the original two to appreciate Ghostbusters Afterlife.
You don't. You just need to have seen the original.
That was why I didn't watch it at the cinema, because I was like, I'm not fans of the original two, so I don't see the point of seeing something that was related to the original two. I didn't think the original two were that great, which up till that point everyone hated me for, because I said I preferred 2016 over the originals.
Yeah, that does hurt.
I'm pretty sure that will get us some dislikes, won't it? But yeah, I loved Afterlife. I saw that twice in one day, the first time that I saw it. So, seeing as we've moved on to Pleasantly Surprised, have you guys got some Pleasantly Surprised?
Yeah. Looking at this, I realised I've got 3 horror films on there. Yeah, one of them is Evil Dead, the 2013 reboot / make, whatever it is. I really thought this one was going to be terrible. When I heard they were remaking Evil Dead, I was like, why? Why would you do that?
I believe it's supposed to be a remake.
I think it's an odd one because it doesn't fully remake the original, but there is enough of the original for it to be considered a remake.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a remake.
Yeah, so remake, reboot, it's between them two, really. Ain't it?
I know people that say they didn't like 2013 because Bruce Campbell wasn't in it. And I was like, but it's a remake, so why would he be in it?
Yeah, and technically he sort of is in the film.
Well, he's in it at the end, isn't he?
Yeah,
But
he's in that one cameo. He says groovy. It's all you really need.
But yeah, like I went into a remake of a film not expecting the original cast to be in it, so
Yeah.
it didn't disappoint me. And I felt like I was going to enjoy it anyway, so
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I didn't watch it straight away.
Did you get that in 4K?
Yeah.
Did you get that in 4K before me?
Yeah.
You probably did.
I definitely did.
You love doing that, don't you?
Yep.
What surprised you, Ethan?
So I got 3 films,
Oh yeah.
but one of them is on my disappointed list, but I couldn't do it because it wouldn't have fit right. So I want to do them all at once.
Wait, what?
So
What?
the 3 that I've got,
Alright.
2 of them I like, but one of them I was disappointed with.
Wait, what?
So why is that on your pleasantly surprised list then?
No, it's not. But I didn't want to do it separately because it would have been a bit odd. So I'm just going to do it all together.
Okay.
Okay? So hear me out.
Okay.
You know.
So the first 2 Hunger Games I quite enjoyed.
Right.
I'd never seen them before. I just recently watched them.
Okay.
The third one was shite. Right? I
Is it
must
part
admit,
1 or part 2 or both?
Or just both in general, but you include it because it's 2-part.
Yeah, I know, but just part 1.
Just part 1.
Oh.
Yeah, so part 1.
Wait till you get to part 2.
Yeah, I'm watching that tonight.
On DVD.
Shut up. So part... yeah, part...
Got me in 4K down there. You
I
could have
can't remember
watched.
what the fucking... I can't remember what the name
Mockingjay.
was. Mockingjay, that's it. Yeah, part 1 was like... I understand that they're trying to save Peter and whatever, but I just didn't... I think the best bit about it was the end, like the whole like military... like there
Oh,
was...
thank God for that.
The best bit is when it ended.
Like when they like it's like a military bit where they kind of like go in, like they sneak around, they throw gas bombs and shit. It's quite fucking fun, right? But the whole film through it, like there was no build up until like the last 20 minutes.
But there's no games in the in Mockingjay, is there?
I was told that I wouldn't like the first one, but I loved it. I thought it was great.
The first one's great.
Yeah, I like the first one.
The second one as well. I quite enjoyed that one too.
I've only seen the first one. So.
No, I quite enjoyed the second one. So yeah, take the piss out of
He's
him.
seen,
now.
he's seen films that you haven't seen now. What's
But
going on?
I've only
Games
seen
of the
them on
series has just
DVD.
never really interested me.
So why'd you watch the first one?
Because
Did you watch the first one with me?
no,
That's
I
disappointing.
watched the first one when it came on Blu-ray.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw it on DVD, mate.
well, I got it in 4K, so...
But yeah, so yeah, those.
It's on the 4K when I watched it, so
Yeah, so the first 2 surprised me, but the third one I won't.
Get it uncut as well.
yeah.
Definitely get it uncut. Don't watch the edited Blu-ray or DVD. Watch it uncut, although I'm pretty sure you can get it uncut on Blu-ray.
Probably can get uncut on Blu-ray. now.
I'll stick with a clean, pristine DVD, please.
Comes in a red case as well.
Oh.
Yeah, I was well
No,
upset when I got rid of that.
I do intend to buy it on 4K, but I can't remember.
Yeah, alright, go on then, Harry.
Oh, what was me? Okay. Malignant really surprised me. I thought it was going to be shit.
I love that film.
I thought, oh, will this be any good? And it's probably one of the most fun films I've ever watched.
That's a really good 4K as well.
It's a gorgeous 4K.
From the opening shot of that, I was like, this film's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. It's such a funny film, ain't it?
It's stupid.
It's so dumb, but that's the thing, it knows it's stupid. I think that's why it's great.
Yeah, I didn't mind it because I was like, I get that this is really stupid, but at least it still felt like it was original.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
It wasn't like the same old crap that you get from horror films these days.
No.
So I quite liked that it was a little bit stupid. I mean, people might complain and be like, well, it's not really realistic. And it's like, well, it's a horror film. So most horror films aren't really realistic, are they?
No.
I mean, we did have one at the cinema recently about a haunted swimming pool. Granted, I'm pretty sure they're by the same people.
Aren't they bringing out a film about a haunted teddy bear? Imaginary.
Imaginary.
Yeah.
Although that doesn't look half bad.
No, it doesn't actually.
At least a haunted teddy bear can be a bit more realistic than haunted water.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You know,
It just feels like they're running out of ideas.
Night Swim was not fantastic, but Malignant was great.
Yeah, Malignant was so much fun. I came out having a great time watching that.
Did you see that in the cinema?
Yeah, I did. Very happily. I saw it twice there actually.
Oh, bloody hell.
I loved it.
One of my most pleasantly surprised films that I've seen recently was the a horror film adaptation of Humpty Dumpty. Now, don't get me wrong when I say that. I'm not saying that. Shut up. I'm not saying that it was the greatest film I've ever seen. You know, I went in expecting to give that film like -10 out of 10.
Did he die by falling off a wall?
And no, that's not even part of it.
What?
What? Come on.
That's bullshit.
Humpty Dumpty is a doll.
Oh, fucking hell.
He's a doll, and there's like this old lady that's.
Is he not a haunted egg?
Well, he's got like a cracked egg head.
Oh, so he's already fallen off the wall then?
Yeah,
Oh.
but you don't see that. Which, to be fair,
that's
that would have been quite funny if they'd actually put that into the film as well.
We're going to make a film about Humpty Dumpty.
It wasn't the best acting.
Once.
What I mean is that I went in expecting to give that film -10.
You expect to be like a Winnie the Pooh blood
and I came out giving it a 5. Like, so 5 out of 10 for me is not great anyway, but it wasn't a really good film, but
It wasn't awful.
I wasn't disappointed.
Mm.
I expected it because I mean, up till that point, I'd seen quite a few really bad B movies recently. I can't remember any of them, so that shows how good they were. No, because I saw that Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah.
Which was absolutely
I
awful.
remember you sending me the poster that I laughed for a good like 5 minutes.
And the Winnie the Pooh film was absolutely awful.
The masterpiece, that is.
Do you reckon they'll bring out a Mickey Mouse one soon?
They are.
They
bringing
are.
out Mickey Mouse one.
Oh,
They are, yeah.
Because it's for public domain now, isn't it?
It's called
Is it original?
Mickey's Mousetrap or something like that.
I'll show you the trailer after this.
It looks terrible.
It looks well funny.
Fucking serious.
And they're doing a Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey too. I'm not even
Yeah, which to
joking.
be fair, it doesn't look half bad, but I thought that when I saw the trailer for the first
groundbreaking,
one.
wasn't it?
The first one got a lot of, probably got some money because everyone memed it.
Yeah.
When I saw it was coming out, I was like, fuck off, they're doing a horror film with fucking Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
And then it actually materialised, and I was like, bollocks.
Well, they're all in the sequel as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't see how. I don't understand how, because from what I remember from the first one, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet ate the others.
So are they?
So
wait,
how
wait.
they're
Were they
how
just?
they're
Were
coming
they?
back
Were
from
they?
the dead
Were they
now, I don't
people
know.
in masks, or are they actual like?
They're meant to be actually them.
Fuck me.
It's
Yeah.
meant to be Winnie the Pooh, but it's
Yeah.
quite obviously a man
In a
with a pig mask on. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's meant to be them.
Fucking
I
serious.
can't remember if he had hands or hooves.
Yeah, the reason
Although, does Winnie the Pooh actually have hands? I don't
It's
know.
a bear. I wouldn't have thought he was.
he's got like little bear.
He's got bear ends.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was thinking of
You're
pig
thinking of
for some
Piglet.
reason.
Piglet's got like little stubs.
I don't. To be fair, I don't remember
Do you
Winnie the Pooh in detail.
Do you not hear him talk? Like,
Can't remember.
They speak in the sequel.
Yeah,
You should see it, Ethan.
yeah.
Get. What? Sometimes
If
watching a bad film isn't a bad thing.
If I've got
No.
time to waste, I'll do it.
Humpty Dumpty very pleasantly surprised me. There were so many parts in that film where I wanted to know what was going to happen next. Like I wanted to keep watching. Whereas a lot of the really bad B movies that I've watched recently, I'm just like, I want to turn it off about 10 minutes in, and then like an hour later, I'm just like, why am I still watching this? But yeah, Humpty Dumpty, definitely up there. Completely unrelated, but I've also got The Gentleman on this list.
Yeah.
The Gentleman definitely pleasantly surprised me because I think
show.
a lot of.
Is that a prequel?
I don't know what it is.
I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's meant to be set after, but
It's a bit
who
ridiculous.
knows?
I don't know.
The I think up till The Gentleman, everything from Snatch onwards by Guy Ritchie just disappointed me. So I went into The Gentleman like, well, none of his other films recently have been that good, so I'm not expecting this to be any good either. And I was just, I don't think I liked it so much the first time because I think one of my friends at work was like, this is literally like the greatest film I've ever seen in my life. And I went in and was just like, it's not that great, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then I watched it again and just fell in love. I like falling in love, especially with movies. I'd rather fall in love with a movie than a person.
Yeah. I really enjoy Matthew McConaughey in that film.
Yeah.
You can actually understand what you're saying.
Yeah. But I just like his character in general.
Yeah.
I fucked with his character. I really liked him.
Cool, you mean you've actually seen The Gentleman?
Yes, of course I've seen The Gentleman.
You say, of course, you've seen The Gentleman.
You have said no to some
I
pretty...
watched it in the car.
You
on a
haven't seen The
6-hour car
Matrix.
ride.
You haven't seen The Matrix, but you've seen The Gentleman.
I watched it in the car on a 6-hour
The
car
Gentleman's
ride.
good.
Come on, Ethan.
Yeah.
Throw out some pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, you feel.
Alright, Legend.
Legend.
Yeah.
Is in
Is that the Tom Hardy
Tom
one or the
Hardy.
Tom Cruise one?
Tom Hardy one.
Okay.
Tom Cruise.
So he's in a film called Legend.
I know. I know it is, I
Um,
just haven't seen it.
I don't know. I didn't know what the fuck it was about, so I was like, I just know that he plays two people at once, and I was quite. Back then, I was like, shit, that's kind of cool. How can you play two people at once? But he does a really good job.
Yeah, you fucking what, mate?
Fucking what?
I've come here for a fucking shootout. But no, I quite enjoyed that. So yeah, that was quite surprising because I thought, oh, it's like 4 hours long, so I'm just not gonna. It's not. It's 3. No, it's not. It's about 2. But
So it's gone to 4 to 3 to 2.5.
but
It's about 2 hours.
Oh,
it's
I-
not.
It's not that long.
Fuck off! Is it 2 hours?
It's not that long.
Let's have a look at Google.
Put it up there.
Yeah, I know.
It's 2 hours and 11 minutes.
Still over 2 hours.
It's
But
not,
it's not 2.5.
It's not the 4 hours though, is it?
To be exact, it's 2 hours 12 minutes.
Yeah. See exactly. So yeah.
That's still not 2.5 though. Your point does not stand.
Look, the point is, I went into it not knowing what the fuck it was, and I was quite surprised when I walked out.
Or maybe you were surprised because you thought it was going to be 4 hours. And it turned out to
Yeah,
be-
exactly. It was only 2. Eric Banner's Hulk. Because people spoke shit about. That's my guilty pleasure film.
20 times on 3 one.
Yeah, Eric
okay,
Banner's
yeah.
Hulk. Like people spoke so much shit. About
Yeah, that's a
it.
bit. Yeah, I can watch that film.
So when I watched it for the first time, I was like, oh, it's probably shit. But I came out, but I really fucking loved it.
I grew up with that.
To this day, it's
Eric
my
Banner.
guilt.
From
It's my guilty pleasure film.
Yeah,
It's
I grew up with that
Hulk.
film, so I can always watch that.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it because it's nostalgic to me,
Yeah.
but
It's probably because of nostalgia, but
I like it. I brought
That's
it.
fair.
I can watch
Yeah.
Ben Affleck Daredevil because I grew up with it.
Yeah.
So it's quite nostalgic.
I brought
to me.
the Hulk
But that film is
4K
great.
steelbook.
I
And I
love it.
thought it looked
Ben
amazing.
Affleck's Daredevil.
Oh, I
Ben
love
Affleck's Daredevil was hilarious.
I love that film. It's so funny.
It was awful.
It's really funny.
There were like some fights in that film where I'm just like, are you guys fighting or are you dancing?
What are you talking about in the park?
I think so.
Yeah.
When he's fighting her.
Yeah, Bitten Park.
I'm just like, what the hell's going on right now? How is this? How do they think this was acceptable when they were filming it?
Because it's a pure legendary scene. Bit as you've gone to seesaw and they're going up and down on that. Oh. You should watch that, Ethan. That's a good
I saw it, but I fell asleep. This was back when I used to.
I
So in my
You
old, in my old house when I was a bit younger, me and my
I
dad
think
were
you know
watching
that.
Daredevil, and I fell asleep on the sofa. But from what I can remember, it was Ben Affleck. And that was it.
It was definitely Ben Affleck.
Alright, so you'll probably get upset when I say this, but one of the films that definitely pleasantly surprised me last year was the new Exorcist. The Exorcist Believer. I literally can't believe how much I enjoyed that film.
I found that funny. That was a good joke, mate.
It wasn't on purpose, but we'll go with that. It blows me away how much I actually liked that. It's ridiculous how much I liked that film. So much that I pre-ordered it.
Bullet Train really surprised me. I knew I'd enjoy it, but I didn't think I'd love it as much as I did. I think that's for a film with like over 2 hours.
I agree with that. To be fair,
That
I think that's better. When you go into a film and you think, I'm going to really like this, and you come out liking it even more than you thought you were going to like it.
I loved Bullet Train.
That's got to be good.
It's a film I could happily watch for like another hour.
Yeah.
I think I love Brad Pitt's character. It's different from what he's done before. Just a guy trying to make peace.
Yeah, because he's funny as well.
Yeah, he's really funny. He's just a dude who doesn't want to do anything bad, but it's just he'll go their own shit.
Accidentally killing people.
Yeah, it's so good.
He's like arguing with that woman.
Oh,
that
yeah.
old lady.
And it's just the way how it all escalates, and then it's all how and it's all like weirdly connected as well. Which
It's funny because for the story, it wasn't original at all. I've seen films like that before where there's like one goal that everyone's trying to get hold on to the one thing. But it was nice because even though it wasn't original, it felt like it was at the same time. Yeah, it was really well done.
It's like it's trying to be serious whilst also knowing it's trying to be silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't take itself too seriously, but it takes itself seriously enough. It's like a nice mix.
Yeah, because it's like the violence was funny, but sometimes it wasn't.
Especially the bit of the poison. It's like,
just
oh my god.
Is this a comedy or not? Yeah, I loved Bullet Train.
Yeah.
I got that with a slip cover as well.
I got the still.
I haven't got it on 4K yet.
He hasn't even got it.
I got it on Blu-ray.
You got it on Blu-ray? Why would you do that?
That's like having it on DVD, you scumbag.
Why would you buy it on Blu-ray when you can buy it in 4K?
Because I didn't have a 4K player.
That's a rubbish excuse.
But what's the point of buying a 4K if I can't use the 4K?
I had loads of 4Ks before I had a 4K.
It's an extra
TV.
£10 I can spend on something else.
No, to be fair, I did buy them. I didn't start buying 4Ks till I had a player. I'll let you off. Have we got a film topic we're talking about?
I actually don't think we do.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've done really well with that.
Well, there's not really a film we've all seen, is there?
No.
Well, we've all seen Argyle now.
I haven't.
Why
Yeah,
not?
I saw Argo.
I haven't had the chance to.
You're spending too much time watching Interstellar.
Yeah, I'd rather watch that.
We saw Interstellar in the IMAX.
Oh, so good.
There we go, there's your film for today.
Oh,
Because Ethan's not seen Interstellar either, have you?
you should, it's really good.
Why not? You've got it now, you've got no excuse.
I do.
And you've got it in 4K as well.
I'll tell you what, and you got the IMAX sequences as well. Is that, no,
That's just
it's
Christopher
like,
Nolan for you.
I think it's probably one of the most gorgeous films I've ever watched.
Yeah.
The visuals in that film are nuts.
Yeah,
Especially for a film that for 2014 that holds up so well.
It's one of Nolan's films that I watch and I think, how did you do this practically?
yeah,
Unless they actually went to space. Because there's a lot of that in space.
Yeah.
I'd assume so.
And there's a lot in planets and stuff.
I'd assume all of it.
I can't. Yeah, there is so much. There's so much of that film where I'm just like, I don't understand how you did this practically. Yeah, and you understood that whole thing.
Yeah, it is. It's quite funny because it's well mind-boggling. It's more confusing than Tenet. I was like, oh my god. And then I watched it, I was like, oh, this was quite easy to understand. Because they tell you. It is, because they tell you.
Maybe I didn't pay attention to
They literally tell you everything. They tell you about the fifth dimension.
I'm pretty sure I was bored of Interstellar the first time I saw it. So when it got to the part where they were explaining stuff, I probably just wasn't paying attention. It's very likely. It's very likely because when you watch it for like a second or a third time, I'm just like, I don't understand why I didn't understand this the first time round.
Because they tell you everything. It's
well,
like,
maybe it's that. Maybe
it's really confusing, but they do tell you everything. So it's not like It's not like Tenet where like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, it's probably one of Chris's only films where it has a pretty straightforward timeline.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I was surprised to see that the bits that you see at the beginning aren't actually flashbacks, they're flash forwards. Because I thought they were flashbacks, but they're not. I didn't notice that until we saw it in the IMAX the other day. There's literally like, what is it, about 3 shots at the beginning of the film. And they make it look like it's Matthew McConaughey dreaming about his past. But then you see those shots again later in the film, and I was just like, I don't know if we should mention her name on here, but I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I don't know how many times I've seen Interstellar now, but
Yeah.
it really surprised me. I was like, I can't believe I never noticed that before. I mean, was it really that obvious? I don't know, was it? Did you notice that?
I noticed it, yeah.
Oh, right.
Only because the ships are the same. The ships look a bit different, and yeah, but it was the same ship.
He loves filming stuff on the side of a plane, doesn't he?
It's an effective shot because you shoot it from
I
far.
hope he's not actually hanging out of the plane when he does that. Although it wouldn't surprise me if he was. Or he got his cameraman to do it.
Or there's probably just automated.
Tom Cruise is just sat there like that.
Yeah, they did Tom Cruise to film those bits.
No,
He actually does that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
That scene at the beginning of, I think it's Ghost Protocol, where he's hanging off the side of an aeroplane as it's taking off.
Rogue Nation.
Oh, something.
It's not really.
4 and 5 kind of blend into one with me when it comes to Mission Impossible. I can never tell you what's in what film. Which is the one where he hangs off the side of the tallest building in the world?
Ghost Protocol.
Yeah, see?
So when he broke his ankle.
No, that's
that was
Fallout.
right.
a lot. I didn't know how practical the Mission Impossible films were as well.
Yeah, they're really practical.
I knew the stunts were real, but I wasn't aware quite how practical the rest of it was as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think if they can do it, they'll do it. It's like, yeah.
But he's a bit mental like that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to go to space. I'm pretty sure he wanted to film parts of one of the Mission Impossible films actually in space, and the studio was just like, no.
That's why producers.
They didn't even think about it. I don't think they were like, let us think about that and we'll get back to you. They were just like, no, you're not doing that. Be too expensive as well. Can you imagine how much it would cost to get everyone up there?
Yeah.
Apparently he's really small. I hear all these reports about him being really small, and he shoots, because I always thought he was tall, because the way that he shoots stuff, they do that thing like they do with Lord of the Rings. I don't know how they do it with Lord of the Rings, but Lord of the Rings, a lot of the stuff that they film, there's a camera trick you can do where if people stand in a certain place from a certain distance apart, it makes the person behind look really, really tall, and the person in front look really small, but they look like they're stood together.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that, but apparently they do that with Tom Cruise as well. He always makes it so that he looks tall. I don't understand why he's got such an ego about being small, but I think moving forward we can talk about 4Ks more.
Yeah.
But like the format rather than like the film itself. Because like when you mentioned to me this morning about are we going to talk about 4Ks or actual films? I was like, no, we're talking about actual films. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, we should at least do an episode where we're talking about the 4K side of things. I mean, I know you're a bit newer to it than me and Harry, but that doesn't matter. You're like, are you falling asleep?
No. What are you on about?
I feel like I could fall asleep.
Well, don't.
No, I've got work yet. Why are you laughing?
Fine.
Are we done for today then? It sounds like
Yeah.
We're sort of winding down.
Yeah, we're winding down.
Winding down.
We're winding down.
Thank you for watching this episode of Not on the Big Screen.
Cool.
Ethan came up with that, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that in a previous.
Well done, Ethan.
At least I can contribute something to this podcast.
You still have your contributions.
I was going to say, I think that's the only reason why I'm here, because I've got the name. I've not seen half the films, I've just got the name.
That's fine. That's fine, yeah. You hold copyright over the name. Hold it against us forever. Alright, well,
yeah.
we're going to go
Thank
then.
you for watching episode 4.
If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we're going to fuck off.
Yeah.
Smashing. We didn't have any sweets. We need to bring sweets back for
Well, you're
these
the one who's
videos.
feeling to get them.
Look, alright, why is it down to me to buy sweets?
Because
I'm the rich one. I'm not the rich one though, am I? Ethan's got more
you've
money than both of us.
You've got the dog.
Why are you laughing? You have got more money than both of
I
us.
really don't know.
I started mentioning you two in my videos as well.
Oh.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, it is, because I now know that the audience that watches my videos know who you guys are. So I mention you in my videos as well. Probably just Harry, but still. I'll be like, yeah, I bought this with Harry. Or I'll be like, I watched this with Harry. Oh, you're going to be famous, mate.
We'll see you later, guys.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.